Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth, and happy Father's Day. But I got to get to this point where I'm deeply hurt and saddened by what took place on Friday, the celebration for Juneteenth that happened in Chicago, Illinois, my beloved city, where at least 12 people got shot in a mass shooting on Chicago's Southside. And the ages of the victims were between 17 to 47 years old. And the irony and the dichotomy here is that Juneteenth is supposed to be a celebration for our freedom as Black people in America during the Reconstruction era. And so here we go again with this repetitive self-hatred and life-changing hostility we as Black people have for each other today. Dr. King and Malcolm X did not die for our freedoms to integrate, and then we today take that baton to destroy and kill each other. There needs to be a capitulation from self-destruction of the Black community and its humanity to upholding with integrity the love we need to share with one another. Black on Black crime is permeating at an alarming rate, like a pandemic of self-hatred that is going to destroy an entire generation of Black folks that will lead us to two places: death and mass incarceration. We are the enemy of each other. This is the real dichotomy of the Black community today. Every holiday event where love should be in the air, certain parts of the Black community instead spread gunfire through the air to kill and destroy each other. I don't know which system is destroying and holding the Black community back from elevating ourselves to a better, loving, healthier place, God-fearing life. Is it the white male racist patriarchal system or the pugnacious appetite that some Black people have in them to want to shoot and kill someone who looks just like them for the silliest, stupidest, dumbest, foolish, makes no sense reason in the world today? We need to raise our voices and protest Black on Black violence 10 times more than we do with white on Black violence. If Black lives matter, shouldn't it matter when someone Black shoots and kills another Black person? Violence is violence, no matter who is the perpetrator and or who is the victim. All of it matters. There are shootings and gun violence in places like Chicago and St. Louis all the time. When will we as the Black community raise our voices to stop the self-conflicting violence? The white racist system today doesn't have to destroy us today, because we are doing it ourselves. We are destroying our own communities. I think people like Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, and ex-President Barack Obama, who all garnered their fame and fortune from Chicago, but none of them have ever said publicly or done anything about helping Black people or Black Chicago maintain safety and civility. They got their money and fame and left town. They made their money and poof, they were gone. I think Oprah, Michael Jordan, and Barack Obama have a fiduciary and civil duty to try and help one of the largest cities in America stop this excessive gun violence and civil unrest in the Black community of Chicago. Chicago is where Oprah, Michael Jordan, and Barack Obama have a strong footprint. Something has to change with all of this senseless Black on Black gun violence. And know this weekend, 3 historic events are taking place in Chicago and in our country. Friday was Juneteenth. Also, there was the opening of the Barack Obama Presidential Center on Friday. And today is Father's Day. 3 amazing, loving, historic events. And the way some Black people, the way some Black ignorant folks are taking the air out of this great loving sail is by creating this demonic force of violence on our streets, in our parks, and in our communities, to create a bloodbath of vitriol violence and self-destruction. And where is the Black outrage for Black on Black crime? Where are the Black Lives Matter and the nonprofit gun violence prevention groups and programs that are supposed to be helping to reduce urban inner city crime? walk and protest the streets of Chicago today after these 12 people got shot on Friday, Juneteenth, a day to celebrate our freedom from enslavement during the Reconstruction era. We got free so that we can unabashedly destroy and kill each other today. Look at the dichotomy and the hypocrisy in where we are at today as young black folks. Something is very wrong. So this is what took place on Friday, which is very disheartening and upsetting. A mass shooting in Chicago left at least 12 people injured when 2 people fired into a crowd, police say. Chicago police suspect a red SUV pulled alongside a large crowd on the city's far south side late June 19th. 2 people inside the SUV began firing shots toward the crowd before fleeing the area. Police officers initially responded just after 11 p.m. to a report of a person shot. They found a 32-year-old woman with 2 gunshot wounds on her back and a 44-year-old man who had 4 graze wounds to his back. Both were transported to local hospitals in good condition, thank God. Now remember, Juneteenth, this was Friday. This is supposed to be our celebration, similar to the Dr. Martin Luther King holiday in January. It's supposed to be our celebration. And look at what we are doing to each other. In total, police said at least 12 people between the ages of 17 to 47 had gunshot wounds. Most transported themselves to local hospitals. 2 people, a 17-year-old boy and a 26-year-old man, were listed in critical condition. A 13th person refused medical treatment after sustaining unknown injuries. And of course, here in Chicago, the mayor, Brandon Johnson, got rid of the shot spotters, the technology that lets and denotes when gunfire goes off. Of course, no arrests have been made and detectives are still investigating as of today, June 21st. 60% of the black-on-black murders and gun violence crimes that take place in the city of Chicago, with all of the surveillance, all of the red light, the camera, stoplight surveillance cameras, doorbell ring cameras on buildings, 60% of gun violence incidences and gun violence deaths go unsolved in Chicago. Is that by design? Is that by choice? Is that by happen chance? Wake up, people. On June 19th, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson had encouraged people to make safety a priority on Juneteenth and Father's Day weekend. And remember, this whole weekend started on Friday, Juneteenth, right? And then they had the presidential, Barack Obama Presidential Center that opened both on that Friday. Juneteenth carried into yesterday and today's Father's Day. But the start of this historic weekend started out with 12 people getting shot in Chicago. What kind of craziness is that? So earlier that same day, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama welcomed visitors to the public opening of the Obama Presidential Center, also on Chicago's Southside, less than 5 miles from the scene of the shootings. So Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, who is from Chicago, they are there opening and celebrating their presidential center. And look at the irony and the dichotomy there. I don't think Barack Obama has done anything or enough in raising his voice and bringing eyeballs and the spotlight to Chicago with this level of black-on-black gun violence. He was a president for 8 years and then poof, he's gone. Now he's back in Chicago on the Juneteenth day, celebration of freedom, which was by design, and he's got this $1 billion presidential center, but there's been no vocalization about what young black people are doing to each other each and every day. These young black people look like they could be my son, Barack Obama's son or daughter, Michelle Obama's son or daughter, Michael Jordan's son or daughter, Oprah Winfrey's son or daughter, and these people have become some of the most garnered and highly publicized celebrities, political figures, and they have not said one word where they have made all their money in Chicago. Uh, Oprah, Michael Jordan, Barack Obama, I think they have a fiduciary and a civic duty to say something or do something to help stop this level of civil unrest that is going on in our urban cities, and especially in places like Chicago, Illinois, the third or fourth largest city in America, and it's in the Midwest, the heartbeat of America. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.